All right, what's going on, everybody? We're moments away, waiting for Tyson and Jones to enter the ring. This is the fight that we've been waiting for. Crazy, man. In the beginning, when this fight was announced, so many different rule changes. No one really took it serious. No one really thought that it was going to actually be a real fight. But now the WBC, as we said before on the show last week, they have three honorary judges. They have Chad Dawson, they have Christy Martin, and they have Vinny Pazienza, and they're going to be giving a frontline belt to the winner of this fight. So the WBC has tried to legitimize this exhibition as much as possible. Just, I think the reason behind it all is I think both fighters really put a lot of pressure on the people running the event, and they wanted to kind of make this more than just an exhibition. Obviously, it is an exhibition because it's not going to go in their official records, but they want to make this as close to a real fight without being a real fight. That's the impression that I'm getting so far. We talked about the weigh-in yesterday. Roy Jones, 210 pounds. I believe that's the heaviest he's ever been in his pro career. He was as high as 204 when he was fighting as a cruiserweight. And for the most part in recent years, he was hovering around 199, 197-ish, close to 200 pounds. And that one time he was 204. So 210 pounds seems to be a lot of weight for Roy Jones. I don't think that he's got an exceptionally big frame, not a frame like Tyson. Tyson definitely has those thick thighs, thick neck, thick back. So the big question here is, Roy Jones needs to use his legs in this fight. His legs have always been his greatest weapon, moving in and out, enabling him to be very explosive. So let's see if these extra pounds that he's carrying in the ring tonight will slow him down, because that's his best weapon against Mike Tyson is those legs and the explosive speed. Obviously, both guys are most definitely going to be losing a step here in the reflex department, because we don't get better when we get older. Obviously, we diminish as we get older. I'm 51 years old, so I know I'm not the same person I was at 41, 31, not even close. So let's see what these guys are able to bring to the table. Let's see how much of their old skill set they can bring to the table tonight, because this is a nostalgic fight. This is a fight that we wanted to see back in 2005 after Roy Jones beat Johnny Ruiz. That fight was put on the table for Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson suffered a loss to Kevin McBride, and he ended up retiring. So obviously the fight never was able to materialize. So the card's been pretty decent so far tonight. I think it's been a pretty decent card tonight. Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. I don't know what the referee was doing in that fight, but Nate Robinson, that fight should have been stopped after the second knockdown, man. Should have never been able to get up. Yep, Joe Joyce did pull it off tonight. I was shocked. I was shocked. And, I know that Daniel Dubois is catching a lot of slack right now, but it could be very possible that he did break an orbital bone, similar to what Kell Brook suffered in the Golovkin fight and the Spence fight. So let's wait till we get a medical report of that eye. He went right to the hospital after the fight. He was definitely in pain, definitely couldn't see. As soon as he got hit on that eye, we knew right then and there that, boom, there was a problem. Something happened during that exchange. So yeah, I'm not gonna go as far as saying I have no respect for Daniel Dubois. Like I said, if he broke his orbital bone, sort of like with Kell Brook did in his fight, then I don't have a problem with him not continuing. Sugar Ray Leonard, when he had that eye against Tommy Hearns, that was the eye that he ended up suffering a detached retina. That was almost a career-ending injury. So the eye is not nothing to mess with, man. It's not it's a pretty scary thing when you're facing blindness in one eye or serious damage in your eye that you may not be able to recover from. It's something that you may have to carry around with you for the rest of your life. So I'm waiting to hear back from the doctors. I wanted to hear the doctors' reports on Daniel Dubois to see the severity of that injury before I'm not gonna criticize him anyways. He did the best he could, so it is what it is. So we'll see. We're moments away from the fight here. Yeah, he definitely chose to not continue. There's no question about that. We're not gonna sugarcoat that. So if you guys want to use the Q word, you can. I don't like to use the Q word, but that's my preference. But I can't tell other people what to use, and I can't change other people's opinions. I'm not gonna tell other people what they should think and what they should not think. But like I said, I think he may have suffered a broken orbital bone. But let's see this fight. 8 2-minute rounds. This fight's gonna fly by. And again, the rules favor Mike Tyson here. And the gloves are bigger, but again, as D-Style and myself, we've always talked about the gloves, and the gloves really don't protect the person getting hit. The gloves more so are to protect the hands of the person throwing the punches, more so than the person getting hit. So just because these gloves are 12 ounces, these are two men over 200 pounds. I'm sure being hit with these 12-ounce gloves, I've been hit with 16-ounce gloves, and I felt them just as much as I felt being hit with 12 and 14. So, there's going to be no headgear here. So we'll see. We'll see how this thing plays out. We'll see if Tyson comes out fast. We'll see if Jones tries to lay back, suck him into traps, tries to go in and out, tries to use the ring. And what's going to happen when Jones is put in a position where he's going to have to fight Mike Tyson off him? If Mike Tyson is coming forward and gets in his chest and becomes relentless in there for great portions of the fight, what can Roy Jones do to keep Mike Tyson off him? And also, we've seen Mike Tyson go 12 rounds several times, but if he doesn't get you out of there, usually in the first half of the fight, a lot of times the fight does go the distance, and he tends to kind of slow down in the later rounds of the fight. Let's see if that plays a factor here. But again, it's only 8 rounds, so we'll see. Yeah, so we'll see. Roy Jones does have a great resume, man. He's got one of the best resumes in the history of the sport, man. We got to give him full credit for that. And obviously, we know Mike Tyson, youngest heavyweight champion ever. So that's a great accomplishment as well. Mike Tyson regained the title 3 times, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So no, I think it was twice actually. He regained the title twice actually, not 3 times. But Holyfield has the record for regaining the title 4 times. So let's see though. Wood says that jab can keep Mike at bay, but Roy Jones a lot of times has not really used the jab. He's usually unorthodox and throws the lead left hook. So let's see if he's going to try that against Mike. He's going to leap in with that left hook like he has done so many times, using that unorthodox style of his that he's made a living off of for pretty much his whole career. They got Snoop Dogg doing the commentary here too, man. This is crazy, this whole event. But they're really milking this, man. They're really milking this. Let's get this thing started, man. What are we waiting for? It's 11:38 right now. What time is this fight going to start, man? This is where boxing gets it wrong. This is why UFC definitely does things better than boxing in a lot of areas, because they keep the card going. They keep the ebb and flow going. There's no stagnation in the card at all. It's just a free flowing event. And every time boxing puts on an event, they drag it out like this. It's so frustrating and aggravating. I don't want to hear these guys sit there and talk. I mean, we don't need any more talking about this fight. The stage is set. We're ready to go now. Yeah, I love Sugar Ray Leonard as a fighter, but he's not a very good commentator. He's just not a good commentator. I'm pretty impressed with Israel Asanya though. He's doing a good job. Ray never picks you up. He never will. Wow, this is just come on, man. This is aggravating. This is so aggravating, man. Let's get the fight started, bro. What are we waiting for? Okay, now we got Jones coming out now. About time. Jones got big arms, man. He's got big biceps and forearms, bro. So those are 12-ounce gloves. They don't look that big, man. They look like 10-ounce gloves to me. They don't look that much different than the 10-ounce gloves. Weed maps. That's hilarious. Will Mike let Roy fall? I don't know, man. See, now Mike said that he lost his killer instinct back in 2005. And conventional wisdom, most fighters say, once you lose that, you can never get it back. But Mike is trying to convince us and tell us that he got it back. Let's see, because the reason why Mike's doing this, he's doing this for charity mostly. He's doing this because he wants to kind of promote his brand right now. He's got that Mike Tyson's Legends League going on right now, and he's looking to use his name, which is fine. I mean, he's doing it for a good cause. So, they got Michael Buffer here doing the ring announcement. So, as we wait for both guys to come into the ring. Hey, what's up, guy? How you doing, Midnight Rider from Ireland? Nice to see you. Nice to see you guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining me in the chat. Jones is going to be entering the ring first. So I'm wondering if they're going to be getting the scoring from Christy Martin, Chad Dawson, and Vinny Pazienza, if they're going to be letting us know how this fight's being scored remotely. I'm curious to see if that's going to be available to us during the broadcast. I'm pretty sure it is. Ireland in the house. That's right. Roy Jones is coming to the ring with his old music. Y'all must have forgot. Michael Buffer, man. This guy's immortal, man. Curious to see if these guys put on any weight after the weigh-in. I'll be curious to see if Jones is more than 210 tonight, and if Tyson's more than 220. Very impressed with Tyson coming in at 220. He was about 234 his last fight, so he's much lighter 15 years later than he was 15 years ago, back in 2005 when he fought Kevin McBride. He was 234, so he's about 14 pounds lighter for this fight. Here comes Tyson. Oh, look at Tyson. Tyson's a big dude. Look at Tyson's legs, bro. Tyson's no joke, man. Tyson's got the old the black towel. He's got the black towel like the old days. Let's see if he's got socks on him. Back the old Mike Tyson that used to wear socks. Tyson looks good. Oh, they're playing the national anthem too. Jesus Christ, they're dragging this thing out. Wow. They got Neo here.
Can you see?
Yep, national anthem for this fight. It's one thing I like about the UFC. They don't do national anthems. Once again, another good part about the UFC compared to boxing. So we'll see. Not gonna stand up in my house. Don't be a cornball. Neil still got those pipes, huh? I already showed respect. I served my country. So let's give the predictions here. Does this fight go the distance? Does this fight go the distance? Yes or no? Roy just doesn't look good, man. He looks really soft. So I guess they do have an official promoter for this fight, CES. They're based in the Northeast. They're based in New England. Yeah, let's see if these guys still have the stamina. Let's see if they get tired. It's only 2-minute rounds. So let's see. World champions to unofficially start this matchup. They are Chad Dawson, Christy Martin, and Vinny Paz, aka Vinny Pazienza. The referee in charge of the action will be Ray Corona. So there's a referee. The officials are ready. The fighters are in the room, and they are ready. So for the millions tuning in watching this live, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble, everybody. Fighting out of the black corner, wearing white and purple with gold, official weight 210 pounds. In 75 career fights, he has 66 victories, including 47 victories by knockout. He's recognized as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in boxing history. From Pensacola, Florida, USA, the former middleweight world champion, former super middleweight world champion, the two-time light heavyweight world champion, former WBO cruiserweight world champion, and the former heavyweight champion of the world, the future Hall of Fame legend, Roy Jr. Guys think Roy's going to get slept. We'll see. In his career of 56 fights, he has 50 victories, including 44 knockouts. He was universally recognized as the baddest man on the planet. From Brownsville and the Catskills and Henderson, Nevada, USA, he is from the IBF party from the International Boxing. Oh, Tyson's got like a concerned look on his face, it seems. Mike Tyson.
November 28, 2020. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr.
So we got this fight 15 years later than we thought we were going to get it.
8 2-minute rounds.
8 2-minute rounds.
Bell in round 1, Rick Corona with a pivotal task. The referee will have to really be on the ball. Mike Tyson expecting to come out of the
Tyson's coming out like he normally does, moving his head side to side, coming forward, stepping in with the jab. Roy Jones is circling from the outside, trying to keep Mike on the outside. That's the key right here, not letting Mike get inside. That's where he's going to do most of his damage against Roy. But Mike is starting fast right now. Nice little left hook to the body by Mike. Oh, nice little left hook there by Tyson. Makes contact with Roy. So far, Tyson's controlling the pace of this round. He's the aggressor, and Roy Jones is on the back foot. He's trying to hold on the inside, but Tyson's got his hands free, and he's still ripping shots to the body, particularly with that right hand. Wow, these 2-minute rounds fly. Tyson still got that head movement, though. I got to give him credit, man. He's still knows how to fight. Still throwing that jab, too, stepping in behind the jab. Tyson's no joke, man. Still knows how to fight. Roy Jones is having a hard time landing the jab because of Tyson's head movement. He's moving his head side to side as he comes forward. The old traditional Mike Tyson, bobbing and weaving. Looks like a real fight to me. It doesn't look like an exhibition, to be honest. So Tyson definitely got that round. So if Roy can't keep Mike Tyson on the outside here, he's going to have a lot of problems winning rounds in this fight. And doesn't have much time to work with here in the rounds either. So yeah, Roy Jones is huffing and puffing in that corner. So let's see how round 2 comes. Tyson leaps out of the corner with a left hook and a left hook to the body and to the head. And Roy's trying to tie him up, but Mike is ripping to the body with that free right hand. Mike Tyson's not letting Roy hold him. He's punching with the free hand. Hopefully Mike Tyson doesn't get frustrated and do anything crazy. Nice left hook for Tyson. And Roy Jones shakes his head no, so we don't know if that actually hurt him or not. Usually when the guy shakes his head no, that means it did something. Tyson is just stalking him, coming forward, walking him down, getting low. But oh, nice right hand over the top by Tyson. Tyson's clearly winning this fight. This is actually a pretty decent fight. Roy's trying to slow this pace trying to slow Mike Tyson down, but by doing so, he's not really able to get his own offense off. So he's basically spending most of the round trying to slow Mike Tyson down, but not really getting his own offense going. So he's spending the whole round on defense, basically. Mike Tyson keeps punching with that free hand. Mike Tyson still using the head movement. Oh, nice left hook by Tyson. Goes back downstairs to the body. Tyson's such a smart fighter. Still goes to the body. Oh, left hook after the bell. And Mike Tyson apologizes to Roy Jones. So Mike Tyson's still fighting for real here, man. Mike Tyson's no joke. It's another round for Tyson. Tyson's looking pretty good here right now. He's not tied at all. Doesn't seem to be breathing heavy in the corner, but again, it's only 2-minute rounds, so. Nice jab by Roy. The only pretty decent punch he landed of the fight, but Mike Tyson seems to be landing the power shots, and Roy's kind of landing the jabs and the get-off-me type punches. Nothing's really stopping Mike in his tracks here, as Mike is being allowed to come forward at will here. Now Mike Tyson seems to be stepping up the pace here, coming forward, moving his head. Just gave a nice little head and shoulder fake there and was able to get inside on Roy. Roy immediately ties him up. But now Roy's punching with his free left hand. Oh, nice little left hook again. Tyson's having some success with that left hook. He's just jumping right in with that left hook. So I don't know what.
This is only 6 rounds, Joe?
Yes. No, yeah, 6 rounds. I thought this was 8 rounds. It says now it's only 6 rounds. I thought this was 8 rounds.
Yeah.
Now it says 3 of 6, so I don't know if that's a mistake. Roy Jones got headbutt here, but I don't see any blood or anything. So yeah, so the graphic here says 3 of 6. Mike Tyson right back in Roy Jones's chest again. And Roy Jones immediately holds. And he pushes Mike back to the ropes. But he's not doing anything while he's holding. Mike just rips a left hook, partially blocked. Roy seems to be breathing a little heavy here. Nice little right hand, sneaky right hand there by Roy. Mike Tyson walked right through it, though. Roy seems to be tired, man. I think the pressure of Mike Tyson and having to fight Mike Tyson and keep Mike Tyson off him is wearing him down a little bit, to be honest. Now Roy's doing some good head movement here, getting up underneath Mike Tyson's shots, coming a little bit more elusive here. But Roy is breathing heavy because he's the one that's actually being pushed back. When you're being pushed and forced back, that takes a lot out of you trying to fight this guy off you that's continuously coming forward. And as Paulie Malignaggi likes to say, there's a lot of mental pressure in doing so. So there's a lot of mental pressure when a guy is really applying the pressure on to you, and you have to continuously have to fight him off and keep him off. So it's not only a lot of physical pressure, but a lot of mental pressure too.
He's a big favorite now. So he's a favorite now.
Yeah. So Mike Tyson won the first 3 rounds on my card. Roy's just basically playing defense now. He's not really offering up too much offense. And Roy Jones is very tired right now. He's sucking wind there in the corner. So this answers the question. Oh, now they have four. Now they have 4 of 8. So it is an 8-round fight. Okay, they changed the graphic. So Jones is constantly trying to move away from Tyson's power. Constantly moving, but again, he's not putting himself in position to land shots himself. He's carrying himself too far out of range, and he's not putting himself in position to land shots here. So now Roy's tying Mike up. They're both trying to fight out of this clinch here, ripping to the body a little bit, but not really landing any significant shots. Referee won Roy Jones for holding. So seems like Roy Jones is going into survival mode here, to be perfectly frank with you guys.
Yeah.
We're 4 rounds in right now, and Mike Tyson's, I believe, won every second of every round here so far.
Pacienza's got Jones ahead.
Oh, Tyson just lands a nice right hand to the body. Did Pacienza have Jones ahead? Is he retarded? What did the other 2 guys have it?
30-27.
For Tyson, right? What the fuck is wrong with Vinny Pacienza? What's he on? What's he coked out again? You kidding me? There's no way Jones is winning this fight. I can't even give him a round. This is a shutout. Have you given Jones a round? It's very one-sided, right? Roy looks exhausted. I mean, Vinny Paz. Guy's a piece of work. He's the same guy that said that fucking Tyson Fury was on friggin' the juice. It's on growth hormone. He has no proof. A fucking weirdo. Oh, Tyson just rips a nice right hand to the body as he continues to come forward here. And I think these body shots are starting to hurt Roy. You think so?
You heard him.
You heard him there, right? That's why Roy's getting tired, because of the body shots. Watching the fight here with my brother. Wow. Just missed with that hook. I got to ask you guys a question. You guys think Tyson's carrying Roy right now, or do you think Roy's just surviving here? You think Mike Tyson could finish him right now if he wanted to? What do you think? You think Tyson's carrying him a little bit? Yeah, I think so
I think
too.
they like each other.
Yeah. Tyson's really doing. Tyson's really playing this really great. Like, he's doing just enough to make himself look good, but not really hurt Roy. You know.
Is Mills Lane still alive?
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure.
You should have let him do this.
If he's alive, he's friggin' like, he's like 87 or something. Oh, nice left hook by Tyson. Backed Roy right up. Comes right back with the jab too. Tyson looks good here. Tyson looks really good with the head movement, man. I mean, I'm impressed with Tyson, to be honest. Say what you want about Roy Jones. This guy's a true fighter, man. How in the hell does Vinny Pazienza have?
Out of his mind.
How does he have friggin' Jones up? Oh, he hurt Jones with that right hand. Wow. That was the best round of the fight for Tyson right there. That was a very dominating round. Wow, Jones looks exhausted. I think he's asking, am I cut? He's asking what round it is. He's asking, am I cut? You got Russ Abner in there too, man. One of the best cut men in the business. Yeah, he weighed 193 pounds when he first won the heavyweight title. Tyson looks great. He doesn't even look tired. I'm very impressed with Mike Tyson, to be honest. I didn't think Tyson, I mean, I thought Tyson would win this fight, but I didn't think he'd look this good. You impressed with Tyson a little bit? He looks pretty sharp, doesn't he? You don't really like Tyson. For you to say that, that means something, right?
He looks good.
Looks good, right?
He's moving his head. Look at this. It's crazy.
Oh, those body shots. He's going to try and stop him. I think he's going to try and stop him now. Another body shot. That hurt Roy. Right hand to the body. The thing is, Mike's going to the body with both hands now, not just the left hook, but with the right hand as well. He's ripping that right hand. And Jones is just kind of throwing those get off me punches right now. He's definitely in survival mode without question right now. No question about it.
Jones don't got any of that flair anymore.
Jones is a guy that was all fast twitch explosive, and he's lost it. How does Vinny Pazienza? He scored the last round even. Is he? And Chad Dawson scored the last round for Jones. Are these guys high? Are these guys high? I haven't given Jones a round. Has anyone given Jones a round here? Who won that round?
Tyson.
Tyson, right?
These guys are laughing and shit.
Between the broadcast and the fight, we're hearing Marcus what's going to do here. Try to make him play. Look at the way he cut the angle on that. That is so slick. That's skillful, though. That's so skillful. Still got it.
Yeah, but you got to make them pay when you make them miss. That's the thing. They're not going to score points. This fight ain't even close, bro. I haven't given Jones a round. Anyone give Jones a round yet? Be honest. Tyson's just ripping, going right in Roy's chest. Now he's muscling and manhandling him, ripping the shots to the body. Tyson's going at him now with bad intentions. Vinny Pazienza scored the last round even again, and then Chad Dawson gave that round to Jones. What's going on here? Seriously. Seriously.
You know this fight could be a draw.
How ridiculous is this? I think they're going out of their way to try to make this fight a draw because they don't want to have someone win this fight. This is ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. You know, we've said several times that fighters should be judges. No, they shouldn't. Not after seeing these scorecards.
Pazienza got hit a little few times.
Pazienza is a friggin' couple sandwiches short of a picnic right now, man. He's not normal right now. He just scored the last 3 rounds even. He's fucking high. Now Roy's running around like he's keeling over from the
win 1 round.
He's keeling over from the body shots. He's being backed up. There's no way this round is like. There's no way Roy wins this round. There's just no way. There's no way. I got Tyson pitching a shutout. Jesus Christ. Fighters should not. These guys are horrible judges. Now, if Vinny Pazienza scores this next round even, then his scorecard should just be disqualified. He scored the last 3 rounds even. I got it 7-0 for Tyson. This is going to be a split decision, and it should be unanimous. How retarded is that? How freaking retarded is that? Yeah, this ring does look tiny. Al Jones is just holding right now. He's looking. He's trying to just survive, man. Roy Jones is just trying to survive now. He's exhausted. Oh, nice left hook by Jones. Vinny Pazienza scored another even round. Vinny Pazienza just scored another round even. Is he retarded? Tyson just double left hook to the body here. Roy's holding on for dear life. Tyson's just walking him down now. Tyson's ripping to the body again. They're in the clinch right now. Tyson's trying to punch with the free hand. That was a close round. We'll give that to Tyson again. I got it a shutout. Vinny Pazienza is just writing 10-10 for all the rounds. They should have never let him fucking score this fight. Now watch. If Vinny Paz scored this round even again, then we gotta just disqualify his card, man. We can't use his card. Roy don't look like doesn't look like he thinks he won. That was a nice fight. That was pretty entertaining. Let's see what the scores are now.
Such a pleasure here tonight as Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. sharing the ring in the year of our Lord 2020. Yes, sir.
Mauricio Suleiman in there, get ready to present the belt to somebody.
With the frontline battle belts again. No official decision, but WBC will announce a winner if there is one. And I believe Mike Tyson should get the decision, right, Snoop? Yeah, he did that. He outworked Roy, but Roy for a great fight. He did his thing. Since a big shot, then he gave a lot of great shots. I like the way he moved around, like he said, his crafty.
That was a good fight.
He showed a sign of all Roy Jones Jr.
No, he really didn't, Snoop.
Courtesy of GES Boxing and Triller with broadcast team anchored by Mario Lopez with UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya. Sports broadcast star Marlon Ronaldo, six-time world champion Hall of Fame legend Sugar Ray Leonard, and a little help from Mr. Stu Dollar plus IBF International Boxing Hall of Famer Jim Gray. And Jim Gray will be with our two superstars here in the ring.
So you won this fight here.
Discussing the WBC scoring and opinions on this fight. And we'll see how they saw it. So ladies and gentlemen, stick around. We've got more coming.
All right, so what's the scores here?
They did that. I'm proud of it. You just don't know until you get into that ring. If you break the check, you get to that ring, it's a whole different animal.
How long is it going to take to give us these scores now? Think it's going to be a draw now? Jesus Christ. Again, everything is slow, man. This whole promotion is slow, bro. It's fucking 8 rounds. How hard is it to add up 8 rounds? God damn it. My God, bro. This is frustrating, man.
I love the feeling right after we feel that relief, that sense of relief, like, yeah, we did that. Right after a fight, whether win or lose, you just have the sense of, like, yes, we did that. Man, like I said, hats off to these two.
Well, they both prove that they could still move like go rounds at their age. But everyone was concerned about if they would get hurt or not. And they both seem to have made it out very safely, so no one really hurt each other here.
Split decision, right?
We'll see. It's taking forever for them to announce it. Jesus Christ. Roy just showed up for the check. Tyson looked like he tried to get in shape and train. Well, oh my God. Fight's a draw.
Did you say a draw?
They have it a draw.
What?
You look exhausted for a little while. Body's at the same tone.
Tyson's so gracious.
How would you assess your performance, your stamina, and overall height? I used to do it for 3 minutes, and sometimes I feel like 3 minutes. I'm just happy I got this thing myself to go further. Let's do this again. Absolutely. Well, let me ask you about your performance. What was it like for you to be in the ring as compared to what it was when you left as a professional? I was very happy to be here.
That fight wasn't a draw. That was a disgrace. That was a disgrace. I added a shutout, to be honest with you. I didn't give Roy Jones a round. Did anyone give Roy Jones a round? Vinny Pazienza scored like fucking 4 even rounds in the fight. Mike looks good. Chad Dawson scored the fight a draw. Christy Martin scored it 79-73. I mean, come on, bro. Chad Dawson's a disgrace. Fighters can't score fucking rounds, man. Chad Dawson had to fight a draw. What a disgrace. What a fucking disgrace the scoring was. That's right. Eric's going to take a pie because of the Joe Joyce fight. That's correct. What a disgrace this was. I think Eric's going to jump on. I'm going to see if I'm going to wait for him if he wants to come on. Kind of recap this. That was a horrible. Let's see what Twitter says. Did anyone think that fight was a draw? Listen to hating ass Teddy Atlas. I understand it's about money here, but does anyone think this helps boxing with its credibility situation? Or with the push UFC has made into territory? What the fuck, bro? Fight wasn't even close, bro. Teddy Atlas is such a salty, jealous motherfucker. He's still hating. Still hating. Still hating. Such a hating ass. Hating ass Teddy Atlas. Yeah, that fight wasn't a draw. I don't know if Eric's gonna jump on or not. I'm waiting for him. See if he comes on. Sent him on. See if we can do a quick recap of this. I don't think Mike Tyson looked gassed at all. I think Jones did. Look at Teddy Atlas hating so much. Gray maybe could have reminded Paul that he didn't just KO Duran. I mean, good job tonight, but you might still want to hold on to that day gig. All he does is hate this guy, Teddy Atlas. What a piece of shit. That wasn't a draw, was it?
No, not even a little bit. I
That
mean,
was
not even a little bit. I don't know what fight. I mean, Vinny Paz is my boy and everything like that, man. But I tell you what, I don't know what fight that guy was watching. I really don't. I mean, he gave every round to Roy Jones.
And then he had like about 4 even rounds. You see how he had even rounds after
ridiculous. That? It was ridiculous. I tell you what, I didn't give Roy a round. I thought it was 8-0. I mean, how did you have it scored?
I had it 8-0 too.
I mean, it was pretty obvious to me anyway. I thought it was pretty obvious. You know, I hate the celebrity judges. I really do. They suck.
See what Teddy Atlas is saying on Twitter right now? He's shitting all over the card.
What's he say? What'd he say?
Let me see. So, let me see. Because everyone's calling him out right now. Okay. So basically, let me see what he says there. Let me just see. He basically was saying, did this help boxing at all today by having this event?
Of course it did.
And then, And then he was sitting there talking shit about Jim Gray because he was interviewing Logan Paul. Or not Logan Paul, what's the Jake Paul, as if he just like beat Duran and stuff. So he's making fun of the way Jim Gray was interviewing.
Yeah, I saw that. But you know what? I mean, look, I mean, he fought a, you know, I don't know. I mean, he fought an NBA player. I mean, he's excited. I mean, these guys aren't like pros. You know what I mean? They're not really professionals. You know. Reese Mack says, "How was my Thanksgiving crow? I'm right, microwave of mine." Well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna have a crow pie tomorrow. I'll tell you that. I was surprised. I'll get into that tomorrow, but with the Joe Joyce thing. But
You think Joe Joyce broke his? Daniel Dubois broke his orbital.
I don't care. I could care less what happened to Daniel Dubois. All I know is the guy didn't fight. He can't fight. Sat there and got jabbed all night. Didn't have any direction on what to do. Couldn't bypass the jab. Couldn't close the distance. I've got no sympathy for Daniel Dubois at all today.
And then today, Atlas just tweets out, "Raise your hand if you were helped by this." # Tyson Jones.
What is he talking about? Listen, let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question, Beeb, and I'll ask everybody in the chat. If you bought the fight tonight, did you feel robbed?
I didn't.
I was entertained. I was entertained from top to bottom. Every fight that they put on, I thought was good in the sense that it was entertaining. Was it the most skillful thing I've ever seen in my life? No. Was this, was this Teofimo and Lomachenko? No. But we didn't expect that. That's not why we tuned into this fight. We tuned in for a train wreck, and we kind of got it. I mean, not a train wreck, not a train wreck in the bad sense. Because I tell you what, both guys, both Jones and Tyson, I thought represented themselves pretty well. I don't know how you felt about it, but I thought they represented themselves very well in this fight. I thought everybody on the undercard represented that Kernan and Badu Jack fight. I thought it was entertaining to me. The Jake Paul fight was entertaining. The fight before those fights was entertaining. All the fights in Notorious VC hit it on the head. It was priced well. It wasn't $80. It was priced very well. The WBC KD doctor said that the draw is a robbery. WC fixed that from the beginning. Tyson should have got it. I agree with that. I mean, I don't agree with it was a draw. I agree that Tyson won that fight. I don't think, he clearly won that fight. But again, at the end of the day, does it really matter?
Well, here's the question. Based off of how this came off tonight, Mike Tyson saying he wants to continually do more of these.
Yeah.
Would these sell now based off of what you saw tonight?
Why not? I mean, really, why not?
Fight next, Holyfield.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? How great would that be? It was fun. It was fun, man. It really was. I thought it was really fun.
By saying Tyson really looked good.
What's that?
Am I out of control here by saying Tyson really looked good?
No, he did. And I thought Jones looked good at times in the fight. I thought Jones looked good at times in the fight. I thought Tyson looked good. He still had that movement, where he comes in and he does the little bob and he comes in and charges. But those moments were like few and far between in the sense that a lot of people, when they saw that 4-second clip of him hitting the pads a couple of months ago, were saying, oh, he can get in there with any heavyweight. No, he can't. Okay. He cannot get in there with any heavyweight. Stop it.
He knows that.
He knows that. Of course he knows that.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Tyson carried him a little bit?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I do.
I think you wanted to hurt him.
No, I don't either. I absolutely think he carried him for sure. And I think the numbers will be interesting on this fight. And listen, I'll tell you what, as far as the card went, the card was really good. All right. I mean, it was very entertaining. I'll tell you what, let me ask you a question, Beeb. And I'll ask everybody on the chat. What would you guys rather watch? The DAZN card on Friday or this?
This.
100%, right?
How many tweets Teddy Atlas tweeted out about this? I understand it's about money here, but does anyone think this helps boxing with its credibility situation? Or
what is he doing to help boxing?
Or with the push UFC has made into territory? Stop
it. Just stop it. Stop it. If he's hating on this, he's hating on it for no reason. For no real reason. I mean, hey, look, he watched the fight. You know what I mean? He paid for it. And if they do it again, he'll pay for the next one. I'll tell you what I didn't like about it. I didn't like all the music acts.
I didn't like the music either.
And maybe I'm just, but a lot of people seem to have liked it. A lot of people seem to like the rappers and everything like that. You know, maybe it's just not my thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite, put it that way. And, kind of tuned out when it was that kind of, when the rap stuff was going on and the singers were going on and everything like that. It wasn't my thing, man. Yeah, Champ Life said he loved the music, and a lot of people did. Listen, they got their pulse on the public better than I do, that's for sure. So they know what sells and what doesn't sell, and hats off to them. I did, I like the fact that it was like a concert. You know what I mean? That it was I thought they did a pretty good job. Again, if you guys like the music and you got then they did the right thing, and it seemed that a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Then
he's like, do you think the UFC would allow a match like this? They already did. They had fucking CM Punk,
James Toney. They had James Toney in there. Yeah, they would. They've already done that. CM Punk got in. James Toney got in. Fought Randy Couture. I tell you, I did not like the commentary from Adesanya. I didn't think he was that good, and I didn't like the commentary from Snoop either. But I'm kind of old school when it comes to that kind of stuff. I like the more professional announcers and stuff like that. But listen, man, it's not up to me. You know what I mean? If everybody liked it and they want to bring it back or whatever, if they do this again, I'm down for that too.
Yeah. But Teddy Atlas, he just busted out like fucking 20 tweets about this.
Yeah, Kung Fu Jitsu said they made it 2-minute rounds for a reason. No way Tyson can compete with today's heavyweights. No, neither one of these guys can compete with any fighters today. No way. And they know that. They know that.
Roy Jones was tired. He was
after that first round
with 2-minute rounds.
Yeah. So yeah, man. And Tyson looked good when he was in there against Jones, another 50-year-old guy. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, nah, man. I wouldn't think that either one of them could really compete, put it that way, other than this. But it is kind of interesting. This is kind of like, this reminded, because Mike Tyson has, I guess they're calling it the Legends League or whatever. But you remember how didn't Ice Cube do something like that with basketball, where they had like a 3-on-3 and they had all the older basketball players, like the retired players and stuff like that. They came in and they kind of did their thing, and a lot of people liked it. It was entertaining for a lot of people.
I was in the 3-on-3. I was in the Hoop It Up 3-on-3 tournament back in 1995.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but I was in the intermediate. I wasn't in they had different levels. They had like beginners, they had intermediates, and then they had like the real good guys. Like they had guys that were like 6'6" dunking and stuff. It was awesome.
Jeez.
And we were in the finals, and you know what the team did to us? They lied to us and taught us where, gave us the wrong place where the final game was, because they wanted to win on default. Scumbags. It was hilarious. They knew they weren't going to beat us. The Beeb hit 2 threes in that tournament.
Look at that. The Beeb. Balling, baby. Balling.
2 threes, baby.
I loved when what was it? Jake Paul came out to basketball. When he came out to
man, you hit the nail right on the head. NBA players cannot fight, bro.
I told you they can't fight, man. I've never seen a guy that can fight.
What the hell was I even thinking, bro?
I've never seen an NBA player that can actually fight. If you watch those brawls in basketball, when they start punching each other, none of them can fight. None of them.
No.
They're not cut out for it. And that's okay. It's not for everybody.
Talk about this Joe Joyce fight. Do you think that this is?
I'd rather talk about that tomorrow. I'd rather leave it to talk about tomorrow. I'd rather leave it and talk about tomorrow. All I will say, I'll take a pie for it. I'm going to take a pie for it and everything like that. But
I got some great questions for you about it, so I'll save them.
But I tell you what, he did quit that fight. I will say that.
Yeah, he didn't want to continue.
He didn't want it. And nobody gets knocked out from a jab. You know what I mean? He bought out. He bought out.
Well, here's the thing: Cal Frampton and a lot of other fighters were giving him stick about it. So
He should.
you know,
They should. They 100% should.
Cal
Because he bought
Frampton,
out. It was obvious he bought out.
Carl Frampton has suffered like real bad injuries before in fights. Like his eyes were like that before, I think. You know,
You know, Michael Bisping, the UFC guy, he fought a lot of fights in his career with his eye compromised.
yeah.
All right. You know, and Kevin from Chicago said he has a broken orbit. I don't care. I don't care. He quit that fight, plain and simple.
I'm gonna cut him some slack.
I'm not going to cut him any slack. I'm not going to cut him any slack because he had no idea what to do in there. He had zero idea.
No body shots at all either.
Yeah, JC, you're 100% right. Dubois is a hype job. No body. His body was wide open. Jesus. Not to mention, he never closed the distance. He did nothing. No slack given. He is a quitter. And you know what? After tomorrow, he will never be mentioned on this show. Tell you that. Tell you that. I'll give Joe Joyce. Let me tell you what. I still think Joe Joyce is robotic and mechanical and everything like that. But I tell you what, I would give him credit where credit is due. He had a good game plan, and he came and he did what he should have done, is that make the quitter quit, and he did just that.
You know who we called out? Guess who we called out?
Roy Jones. Who did he call out?
He called out Usyk.
Give it to him.
How's that fight play out?
He gets smashed. He gets smashed.
Gets schooled, right?
He gets schooled.
Yeah. He showed a lot of toughness though today.
He could take a shot. He could who? Joyce?
Joyce.
Yeah,
Joyce.
oh, for sure. He could take a shot. You know who didn't show toughness? Dubois. He didn't show any toughness. That's right. He sucks. Joe Joyce beats Usyk. Ryan Hong says Joe Joyce beats Usyk. Listen, man. If you think I'm going to do another fight bet on Joe Joyce, you're wrong. All right, because I tell you what, and I said it at the weigh-in the other day, man. Remember the weigh-in when we were talking about that weigh-in? I said Joe Joyce looked better. He looked fit. He looked better than Dubois did. And I said it to my dad as we're getting ready to watch this fight. I said, Joe Joyce is down there. He's loose. He's bouncing around. He's hitting the mitts and everything. They pan over to Dubois. He's just pacing around like a pregnant, like an expectant father. He's not warm up. He came out bone dry for this whole thing.
Look what Ryan Hong just said. He goes, Joe Joyce stops AJ.
Listen, I'm not going to argue with it anymore. I've got my opinion on what I think is going to happen, but I'm not going to argue. You think Joe Joyce is going to win? Hey, then Joe Joyce might win. I tell you what, I can't pick against him now,
Who was the welterweight that we were talking about? That was
who is that guy? Let me see if I can bring his name up here. Daniyar Yelusenov.
Yeah, he looked good.
Man, I tell you what, of the weekend fights, and that was another one I thought that, I thought that Ndongo was going to win. Was that on DAZN?
That was at DAZN, yeah.
Because I saw it was on ESPN Vivo, whatever that was. I counted on YouTube, but that's,
The undercard was better than the friggin' main event.
Yeah. Yeah, that fight was good. I thought, man, I was really impressed with that kid. I was super impressed. That kid's only got, 14 fights?
Yeah.
Or 10 fights, maybe. I think he's got 10 fights.
Yeah.
Ryan Hong says he beats Crawford and Spence on the same night. Listen, man, I'm not ready to go that far on him. I'm not ready to push my chips in the middle of the table for him just yet, but man, he looks good. He really does. For him to handle Ndongo like he did.
He's getting behind him like I got behind Tyson Fury and Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, man, you're getting behind a good guy. That's for sure, man.
The eye test. Sometimes the eye test just convinces you.
Team Batman says, why would I think Ndongo would win? Listen, just because of experience alone. You're talking about an undisputed champ, a 2-belt champion, man. It's not like he sucks. He's got a lot of good wins. Former champ. He's got a lot of experience. Yeah.
You would think that Ndongo would go rounds. You wouldn't think he would get blown out and destroyed like that, at least, right?
Yes, for sure. I did. The only person to handle Ndongo like that was Terrence Crawford. And he,
Yeah.
what are you doing? 3 rounds or something like that?
Yeah.
Logan says, give Dubois a second chance, Eric. Absolutely 100% no. No. He will not get a second chance from me, I'll tell you that.
And we got that. We got
And
that.
I tell you what, I'll tell you this. I will go scorched earth on him tomorrow on the show. I am going to go scorched earth on that fool tomorrow on the show.
I know you are. That was a shot.
Dubois only 23. Dubois only 23. You know, that was the same rate. You know what? The way Jake Paul handled Nate Robinson tonight, they were the same age, similar, 35 and 23, same age as Dubois and Joyce was. You know?
Yeah.
That's how you handle a 36-year-old.
That's right.
Titletown, baby. Represented tonight.
Do they still live in Ohio?
No, they're in L.A. They're in L.A., but they always give props to Ohio, unlike Sean Porter. That's why Sean Porter's not from Ohio.
You think they own property in Ohio and they come back and stuff, or no?
Yeah, I don't know if they come back. I'm sure they got family here. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. S. Long Beach says a good black fighter always beats a good Hispanic fighter. Trolls are calling him Daniel Dubious now.
but here's the thing: should we just write him off now because he had one?
Yes,
he's done.
Yes, he can fight Nate Robinson next for all I care. No, it's not that he lost. He quit in the biggest fight of his career. He just quit. He was ahead on the scorecards, and he just quit.
I had him up by 1 point. One judge had him up by 5. I
don't know what he was watching, man. I tell you what, I thought that Corey Lee's on hold. There's no number. I thought that Joe Joyce, I had Joe Joyce up by 3 points at the time of the stoppage.
Okay.
I thought Joe Joyce was handling him, man. I really did. He was just too busy. He was too busy. And the announcers over there talking about, well, that was another Dubois round. I don't know what he was watching, man. Because I tell you what, man, I just yeah, man. I had him way up.
Who's worse than them DAZN commentators? So Sergio Mora was asked
who's worse than the DAZN commentators? Adesanya and Snoop Dogg?
But listen to this. So what's his name there? The fuck is that guy's name? The Chris Mannix goes like this to Sergio. He goes, Can Gabe just switch things up in the last round and come out and just take this last round? And he goes, no, he's been fighting the same way all fight. It's almost impossible for him to just switch things up in one round like that. It's called the Plan B, fucking Sergio.
Right.
And then like now the whole broadcast calls a left hook a check hook. The whole broadcast.
They've been doing that forever. They've been doing that forever.
It's a check hook.
They don't even know what a check hook is.
They don't.
They don't. You know, I mean, like, what in the war? Every hook is a check hook. Oh, he landed a check hook on the inside, you know.
And then friggin'
a check hook in the clinch.
Chris Mannix goes like this to Sergio Mora. Did you ever fight Vernon Forrest? Yeah, that's how he won his fucking world title, you fucking idiot.
Wow.
A fucking idiot.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're bad over there. They really are.
They sit there and they argue with each other the whole fucking broadcast. And then Chris Mannix, like, he's such a shit talker, and he acts like he knows so much, and he's so stupid. Says the dumbest fucking things.
He really does. He really
There's no
does.
fucking knowledge of the sport.
No, Paul Boxianos, thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Somebody in the chat mentioned Briggs versus Tyson for the next one. That's not bad either. That's not bad either, you know.
Would you rather see Briggs versus Tyson or Holyfield versus Tyson?
I don't care. I'll be honest, I don't care. This was entertaining to me. It really was. This was entertaining to me. You know, I mean, again, man, if you're looking for Teofimo and Lomachenko, man, you're not going to get it here.
No.
But if you're looking for that, you know, just that, like that, these guys are going to fight. It's going to be entertaining. They're going to throw a lot of punches. Maybe they're skilled. Maybe they're not so skilled. You gotta like it, man. You know? Yeah. He said, let's not glaze over the fact that I thought Sugar Ray actually wanted to fight the other announcer tonight.
That's funny. Do I think Garcia has a shot against Spence? Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he's going to win, but yeah, does he have a shot?
I'm not picking him, but
yeah, I'm not picking him either. But yeah,
I'm not picking him, but I think he has a shot
for sure.
I'm not going to write him off.
Yeah,
No,
for sure, man.
All right, guys. What time is it now? It's almost 1 o'clock over here, man.
I know, man.
I'm fighting to keep my eyes open.
Hey, before we go, screw Daniel Dubois. All right. Daniel Dubois is a quitter. I don't ever want to hear his name. After tomorrow, his name will never be mentioned on this show again. Okay. That I can guarantee you.
All right. I don't want to traumatize you, so I'll respect.
I'm already traumatized.
I'll respect your wishes. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining in. Talk to y'all soon, man. Have a good one. Make sure you join us tomorrow. Man, make sure you join us tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Ringside Reporter Podcast. We're going to recap on all the fights from the past weekend. Until next time, until tomorrow, have a great night, guys. Stay safe.
All right, guys.